You.
Good morning, everybody out there in viewing land. Glad to see you in there in the chat room this morning. And for all those people that's going to listen on Memorex later, hello to you as well. We're glad to have you with us today on the 7th day of July, 7/7/2016. A lot of people said there's going to be something happen with it being a 7/7 number, all the numerology followers out there. I don't know if it's true or not, but I guess we'll know in the next 12 hours if it's true or not. 12, 14, 15 hours, depending upon where you're located. It's noon here in Indiana today, and it's coming up on about 80 degrees, and it's about 75, 80% humidity outside, a little muggy. It's kind of overcast. The sun shines a little bit, and then it goes overcast again. They're saying we might get a little rain today, so time will tell on that one. Right now it's not puckered up, but we'll see. And other than that, it's fairly quiet in the neighborhood here this morning, and we've got Pat with us. Pat, you still on fire out there in South Dakota, or did Smokey the Bear beat it out with his shovel?
Well, Smokey the Bear beat it out with his shovel. The fire that was next near us is pretty much out. We do have a small one burning, like I said, north of us, but north of the interstate, so I'm not too concerned with that. But all's good. We're getting some rain this morning, which we desperately need, but it'll be out of here within maybe 20 minutes, and then it'll be back to being 90 degrees again and hot. So that's what's going on.
Gotta love that humidity.
Well, we don't get the humidity out here. It's just that dry heat.
Well, I don't know. I was in Texas once, and they kept trying to tell me down in Texas when it was like 120 degrees. Oh, but it's a dry heat. Hey, I got news for you. Heat is heat. If you can fry an egg on the pavement, it's hot.
Yeah. So, but all's good, I guess. Working on a project here, and hope to have it done either later this afternoon or this evening or tomorrow. I'm hoping to have it done. I've been working on it for a couple of days now. So, and once I get it all together, I'll put a video out on it. But I got a question for everybody today. How does it feel to be labeled a stupid American, a dumb American? We don't know what we're doing. We need the big government. Just sit back, shut up. We know what we're doing. How does it feel to have that label? And it's not a few that has that label. It's all of us. That's how our government looks at us today. I listened this morning to this fiasco on calling Comey, the FBI director, to Congress to question him. And they really think we are stupid. He went around all the questions. He acted just like a typical politician. Didn't want to answer the question. And then you hear these poor libtards that are on Elijah. I can't think of his last name, but he's a senator from Baltimore. Oh, poor Hillary, poor Clintons are getting picked on. But if it was anybody other than the Clintons, his dumbass would be out on TV all over the place. Oh, we need a special prosecutor. Oh, we need to prosecute. You know, it is sad today in our country, whether you want to agree with me or disagree with me. They have just showed every American people where we stand in this country compared to where those intelligent morons are. How we are talked down to, looked down on by all of them. mainstream media, some here on the YouTube. I don't know. I feel disgusted of what has transpired. And it should really disgust every one of you, just as much as it disgusts me. We still have issues with the VA. Veterans still committing suicide. And these damn politicians don't give a rat's ass. They'll say one thing on TV that they care, and vast majority of us dumbass Americans believe it. Oh, they care so much. Do they really? We still have veterans committing suicide. We still have veterans living on the street. We have seniors living on the streets. We have kids going hungry. Do they really care? And we sit back and we take it because we worry about the little material things in our lives. The government knows best, so we'll sit back and let the government do their thing because we're too dumb to vote, to think, to handle our own finances. That's how I feel today. That's how we're being labeled. I'm just curious on how many other people feel that way. You know, we get on here and we talk and talk and talk. Well, talking's good. Talking's good. I just feel it's disgusting on the way our government's treating us. And they're treating us like dogs on every level possible. And we sit back and we take it. It's really heartbreaking to see what's happening. It's really how we just sit back and we just listen and we take it. It's just heartbreaking today. After listening to that fiasco, after listening to the fiasco, the press conference the other day that they weren't going to charge this witch. Looking back at some of the case law and some of the cases, there were 50 cases brought against officials. 50. Less than half went to jail. The other half got fines. And their political careers came to an end. But not all of them. All of them can do whatever the hell they want. I always said I thought the Kennedy family was the biggest corrupt family walking the earth. Man, the Clintons got them beat by far. They have them beat by far. And the only reason why she's getting all the support because all these people want their freebies. They want their freebies. The ones that can work still want the free welfare. They want the free food stamps. Forget about the people that actually deserve it or that actually need it. Really, truly need it. And we are not awake. including myself. I'm blinded to some of the stuff that's going on. But how many people are truly, truly awake to what's going on? You say you are, but how many? You had 2 more shootings. You had that one in Louisiana and Baton Rouge, and you had another one yesterday or this morning, or I forget, was it last night, of another shooting of a black man. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And there was a shooting out in well, there should be, I think there was 3. There was a shooting of an unarmed 19-year-old in Fresno. They say they're unarmed. I don't know. You have to go and look and search and see what the truth is, because the media is not going to tell you the truth. They're only going to tell you what you want to hear and what's going to get them ratings.
They're going to tell you what the government wants them to tell you.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, it's like beating a dead horse. We're in trouble, we're in trouble, we're in trouble. But how many people actually care on how much trouble we are? I always said we were a great nation. We were a great country, great people. Were. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now, oh man, I don't know. I'm having a rough day today because I'm watching everything just fall apart in this country, and people just don't give a shit. They want to worry about the petty any bullshit instead of looking at the big picture of what's happening. I kind of hope we do fall as a country. I hope there's major chaos in this country. I really do. Maybe, just maybe, the dumbasses will wake up and realize it. But the day's coming where we're going to wake up one morning and everything you knew and everything you grew up on about this country will be gone. It will be gone. And it's sad. It's sad. I listen to people. We got to get out there. We got to stand up. We got to protest. We got to do all this stuff. You really think it matters? Do you really think they're listening? Do you really think they care? On the 16th, there's 5 major events going on. Look it up. 5 major events that are going to be taking place. One of them is going to be the biggest one in Washington, D.C. At the monument, Christians come for a day of national prayer. I hope to God nothing goes wrong. I really hope nothing goes wrong. You have a convention that's going to be starting up within the next week in Cleveland. They're bringing in the National Guard. They're bringing in state troopers from other states. There's supposed to be over 500,000 bikers that are going to be there. What do you think's going to happen? Now, I have a lot of biker friends because I do ride. And where I live, there's a lot of Hells Angels that live around here. And these guys don't play. You really think they're going to just sit back on their bikes and play nice? That ain't happening. Then after that, you have the big convention in Philadelphia. A lot of Bernie supporters are pissed off because they feel they were let down by Bernie Sanders. I guess they're getting to feel the burn, huh? Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Look at what's coming. So I'm not saying that I'm becoming anti-American. I'm not. I'm to the point now, right now, and I told this to Brenda, I don't care anymore. I don't care. Why should a few of us care when the rest don't? Why should we care when we are labeled as stupid, nut jobs? We have no clue what we're talking about. Why should we care? We're in trouble. I know it. You know it. How many people are prepared? I get that question all the time. How many people are prepared for what's coming? Maybe less than 50%. If we're lucky, it could be more. But how many people are?
Oh, I'd say it's probably closer to maybe 5%, maybe.
Probably. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going to be. I have a bad feeling that a lot of innocent people are going to get hurt. A lot of innocent people are going to die. And the ones that are going to die are the ones that just don't care. So I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be discouraging or whatever you want to call it. It's the facts. Look around. Don't even look at YouTube or the news. Go out and look, just ride and look around. Ride through your neighborhood and look. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I wish somebody can tell me I'm wrong. But it's disheartening to see what we're becoming. It's truly disheartening to see what we're becoming. And we just lay down and we take everything that is being told to us. One set of laws for the upper echelon and a certain set of laws for us peons at the bottom. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm lost for words. What I really want to say, I can't say because I may say something that I may regret. So who knows where we're going? I feel sorry for the kids, my grandkids, because they're going to have to deal with this for a hell of a lot longer than I'm going to have to deal with it. I'm losing faith. I'm losing faith in my fellow human beings. I'm losing faith in, I'm just losing faith in everything.
Well, my feeling is that the one thing that you have to keep faith in is yourself. You can't control the government. You can't control the people who don't want to see, the people that have closed their eyes to what's going on around them, the people that are so busy trying to provide for themselves and, you know, trying to survive whatever their circumstances are, that they're not paying attention to what's going on around them in their community, in their state, in their country, in the world. But you have to have faith in yourself. If you don't have faith in yourself, you're not going to make it through this. You have to have faith in your ability. You have to have faith in your determination. You have to have faith in your enthusiasm. You have to have faith in your skills and what you know how to do. And you have to have faith in your own survival. If you happen to have a family, I don't, but if you do, then you have to have faith in those that are immediately around you. You have to have strength to provide for them, and they have to have strength to provide for you in what's coming. This is not going to be pretty. I don't want to be a fearmonger. I'd like to be able to say, hey, look, you know, it ain't going to get no worse than it is right now. The banks are going to be fine. Your money's going to be fine. Food's always going to be in the grocery store. The electricity's always going to be there. There's nothing to worry about. But I can't say that because from what I'm looking at, the economy is failing. Jobs are failing. Companies are shutting down. Every day, the unemployment gets worse and worse. They're not going to tell you that because people are falling off the statistics that can't get jobs. So they're no longer a statistic as being unemployed. Or maybe they got a part-time job, so they're showing up as being employed, but they're not really employed. They're only part-time employed. They're still not making enough money to make the bills. They may even have to go out and get 2 or 3 jobs, and they still can't get health insurance or afford to pay for it. I mean, things are bleak. And you got the government. I mean, this isn't new, what Pat told you a while ago about Comey saying that, oh, well, the American people are too stupid to understand or too stupid to find their way out of a wet paper bag. I mean, Obama's been telling you that for years. He stood right behind the podium and said, the American people are too stupid to be able to govern themselves. That's why we need big government. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be outraged today because Comey said it. I mean, we've heard this from the president for years that we're so dumb that we're dumber than a bag of hammers. I mean, we're crying out loud. This is the way they've been treating us. So today is no big revelation. But you better not be telling yourself that you're stupid. You better be telling yourself that, hey, I've got wits enough that I can make it through this thing. Because if you don't sit there and buy everything they're feeding you and just eat it up with a spoon, there is no hope for you. You might as well just give up now and just, you know, drink the Kool-Aid because you fell into their trap. Don't fall into the trap. Be smart enough to work your way out of this mess. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. Yeah, one of them in the chat room just typed psychological genocide. That's exactly right. You know, if they can get you to Believe everything they teach you if they can get you to swallow it all. They're teaching this in the schools. This is all part of the plan. Dumb people down. Make them as stupid as you can possibly make them so that they just follow along blindly and do whatever we tell them to do. They're questioning people on the streets, asking, who was the first president of the United States? And they don't know. Now listen, I'm not the smartest pea in the pod. And I went to public school. But even I know who the first president of the United States was. Even I know what the capital of the United States is. I mean, for crying out loud, you mean to tell me that people are coming out of school systems now that don't know that much? And I don't care if they only made it through the 6th grade. You should know that before you get out of grade school. It is amazing to me that people just fall into that trap, just, allow themselves to be gobbled up by it. But they do. And we don't want to be part of them. Anybody that's listening to this, whether you're listening with it live or whether you listen to it after it's gone off the air and set into Memorex, don't fall into their trap. If you don't know the answers to those questions, you need to look them up. I mean, educate yourself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Learn a little bit. They say that if you don't learn from history, history is bound to repeat itself. Now, I'm not the biggest historical scholar there ever was. I've known a lot of people that's far more knowledgeable on history, but I know some. And what I don't know, I keep trying to educate myself on a little bit. We do not want to fall into the traps of the past. We want to learn from whatever the mistakes are that our ancestors made, and we want to benefit from it. Try to make a brighter future, because right now the future is looking bleak. And not as bleak for us as it's looking for a lot of people that are clueless. Just wandering around, everything's fine, everything's peachy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm trying to get at. People, you just sit back and you look around and you look and you see and you pay attention. I pay attention. I try to pay attention to my surroundings, and I try to look at actions of what other people are doing and stuff. And it's frustrating because sometimes you just want to reach out, grab them, shake the hell out of them to wake them up.
And it wouldn't do any good, because if they're that far asleep, they're going to meet their own demise. It's just one of those things. And like I was saying yesterday, those that are Christian that follow the book, it says in there, sometimes you just have to shake the dust from your sandals and keep walking. There's some people that ain't going to listen. There's some people that don't want to hear it. There's some people that's going to say, hey, you're a conspiracy nut. You tinfoil hat wearing, window licking fool. And we just have to sit here and say, well, you're pointing one finger at me, there's 4 more pointing back at you. So, okay. If you don't think that I know what I'm talking about, that's fine. And knock the dirt from your sandals and just keep going. Prepare. I don't care how much you prepare. There's always something you're going to leave out. But hey, I'd rather not be totally prepared because, oops, that blindsided me, than say, well, I didn't see this coming at all. We keep beating the horse over and over again, same old, food and water and a little cash, and if you got some savings, put it in silver, get it out of the bank, protect it, and that sort of thing. But I look at this even deeper. I mean, let's say, for instance, that this will last a couple of years. You need to be looking every day at the things that you normally do in your household. When you go flip on that light switch, what happens if the lights ain't there? So you might want to lay in a lamp, coil lamp, or some candles, and say that, okay, if I have to read by candlelight or see where I'm going by candlelight, I guess maybe I need to lay some candles in. And when what happens? You go to wash your clothes, and there's no electricity to turn that washer on. You have a way to wash your clothes. You have enough laundry soap and stuff laid in that you can do your laundry for the next couple of years. Brush your teeth. What about toothpaste? Mouthwash, your hygienic stuff, deodorant, all that kind of thing. Do you have enough to make it? Or are you going to be bartering? And if you're going to be bartering, what are you going to barter with? You ain't got no supplies laid in. How are you going to cook? You got any lighters so that you can light a little fire? You got a little place in your yard or a grill or something where you can light a fire up to cook you some victuals with? Or you just plan to, go out and graze out of the yard? You better be figuring something out every day. Just look at the things around you that you normally do. If your electricity's gone, if your water, you turn on the faucet, there ain't no water coming out of it. How are you going to get along? Just look at your everyday things that you do. Be alert.
That's all good and fine. We can say all this stuff. And it doesn't matter. Maybe not, it matters to a few of us, but it doesn't matter to anyone else.
Well, we're not going to save everybody. I mean, there's no way that that's ever going to happen. I mean, even for the Christian community, the Bible tells you that the Lord can't save everybody because there's going to be those that don't listen.
I've lost faith, plain and simple. I lost faith in the Bible. I've lost faith I'm losing faith in everything. Like I told you before, I'm to the point now, I just don't care anymore. I really don't.
Well, I haven't gone that far. I still care. If nothing else, I have self-respect. Do not lose your own self-respect. Because if you lose your self-respect, you haven't got respect for anything else. I have still hung on to my own self-respect. And while there's people that don't agree with everything I say, I think that they can still look at me and respect me for the kind of person that I am. They might not appreciate my sense of humor. They might not appreciate a lot of the things that I do. But I think that they still respect me, that I'm a stand-up individual, that I have gone out of my way to try to be a productive member of society. I've tried to help those around me. I try to have empathy for those around me. I mean, there comes a time some people just don't want to be helped, and you can't help them if they don't want to be helped. You have to just walk away. But I think there's still enough people out there that want to be helped, that care.
Well,
I believe there's a lot of people out there that if they realized what's coming, that they would be trying to prepare.
Lately I'm not the only one that feels this way. There's a lot more people, I think, that do. I do care about this country. I do care about let me take that back. I do care about the country, but I'm to the point now, I really don't care where it goes right now. I'm to the point, like I told you, I don't care if we collapse. I don't care anymore. Let us collapse. Just let it, if it's going to happen, let it happen. Let's get it over with. what we're doing right now is causing more chaos. So if we're going to collapse, let us collapse. Just let it happen. Don't try to save it. Because what we're doing here is not saving it. We may think we are, or we're doing our part to save it, but we're not. I don't know. You know, me and Fran talked last night, and she said everything that I've been through, most men couldn't handle. And, you know, I don't believe that. I believe a lot of people can handle it. A lot of people probably can handle certain situations in a different way. Me, I keep everything inside me. I'll only let a little bit out. I have never talked about, I never talked about 9/11, the effect it had, the nightmares, things that I saw. I've never talked about it. I won't. I'll carry it to my grave. Knock wood, I haven't had any of the nightmares. The last one was probably about 5 years ago. I have a wall up that I don't let anybody in. I'll let you come so far, but then I'll stop you. I'm just watching our country self-destruct. I'm watching us self-destruct.
Well, that's really all we can do. I mean, our hands are tied. We can't do anything about it except try to get more people to understand what's coming so that possibly more of us will survive. Those that don't want to hear it won't hear it. And those that do hear it might at least get a little bit prepared for what's coming. We don't know when it's coming, and we can't control when it's coming. It's coming when it's coming. It's just one of those things that there is no control over by those of us out here in the real world. The elite, the Illuminati, central banks, foreign entities, those are the ones that have control over what is going to happen. And even they are limited to a certain extent because it depends, on what this one does and then how that one reacts and what happens over here and, who sticks a monkey wrench in the plans over there. And, it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen.
Well,
but having your own house in order is going to be important here.
You know what? I sat last night, me and my wife, and we listened to my daughter cry. My son-in-law is being shipped out again on the 20th of this month. We don't know where he's going because he couldn't tell us. And it's a year deployment.
Wow.
I listened to my daughter cry last night. And anybody that knows me, I cannot handle when a woman cries. I cannot handle that. I don't know what it is, but I just can't handle that. I can't. And that's how my girls got around me giving in to them all the time, because they knew that I would break. As soon as they would shed one tear, I would break. And I'm sure there's other fathers out there that probably do the same thing with their daughters. As soon as they shed one tear, it's over. But after getting off the phone, me and Fran talked, and it was like, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, nobody, I don't know. Brenda, I'm to the point now, like I said, I don't care. And if nobody else cares, why should I care? You know?
Well, you should care because you have self-respect. That's why. I mean, it's human nature for any decent individual to have self-respect and care about those around them. I mean, here's something that Pat and I were discussing. We'll tell the audience about this before we went on the air today. You know, it was Tuesday that the FBI came out with this stuff about, you know, basically they're turning Hillary loose, giving her a pat on the back and possibly a medal and erecting a statue in her honor. I don't know what the hell, you know, making her president. And then yesterday was Wednesday, and we had the shooting in Baton Rouge of the black man down there, and a big upheaval with the black community and the Black Lives Matter and all that because of that gentleman getting murdered, basically, down there. Anybody that watched the videos on it. And then they came out this morning with this one in Minnesota, and there is no video of the actual shooting itself, just the video of after the shooting by the girlfriend of the gentleman that was shot. So we can't really say whether or not that was a legitimate, you know, shooting or unjustified or what was going on. But it's still, a black man is dead at the hands of police officers. Therefore, there was a march in Minnesota about that one, and probably going to be a lot more on both of those, and who knows what else is coming. Pat brought up another one that I apparently missed that went on somewhere else. And my point to this is, when I was looking up news articles today, the first one that hit was the one in Minnesota. The second one that hit was the one that happened yesterday in Baton Rouge. And then third down on the list is Hillary. She's getting buried in the news media by the shootings of the black men in the United States, with the uprising of the black community about the shootings. All of a sudden, Hillary's sins get swept under the rug once again, and a bright, shiny object thrown in the air for the public to look at. Oh, looky here at what's going on with the shootings, while Hillary just skips away into the sunset, scot-free, free as a little bird, to continue running for the presidency of the United States of America. Now there's something to chew on.
I'm here, I'm listening.
I mean, I knew something would come, you know, it always does. Whenever there's something that goes on in the government that is just appalling, that is disgraceful, that, you know, we're sitting here saying, now, okay, kind of knew that was going to come, but I didn't know it was going to come as quite a slap in the face as it did. You know that there's something going to come after that to bury it, that's going to make everybody just look the other direction. Not everybody, but, you know, the majority of people are going to look the other way, forget all about Hillary and concentrate on something else, a bright, shiny object being thrown out there. Oh, looky here. Take your mind off of it. Now, how long are people going to fall for that? I think more and more people are waking up to it. Not enough. So then I have to look at it this way. Okay, let's just say tomorrow morning you wake up and you realize that my alarm clock quit. What? Why didn't the alarm go off? And then you realize that there's no electricity. Well, what the heck? What's going on here? There's no electricity. And you grab up your cell phone, you try to call the electric company, find out why you don't have any electric, and the electric company don't answer the phone. You get dressed and you get out and you start looking around at, what's going on, and you notice there's an awful big crowd of people over at the Walmart store. So you wander in there to see what's going on at the Walmart store, and then people have gone berserk in there. They're raking everything off the shelves. There's lines clear to the back of the store of people trying to get out of there through the checkouts with these big carts of groceries, and they're wiping everything clean. And your mouth is fell open, and you walk out of that grocery store and you go over to the bank, and there's a big line of people, and the doors to the bank are all locked up. You can't get in the bank. Now that's just a little scenario of what you could face.
A lot of scenarios. A lot. We can sit here and we can dissect it. We can speculate on what is to come, but none of us know. No matter how much you look, research, dig, we don't know what's coming. We're only assuming what is coming. I believe that it's going to be bad. It's going to be worse than any one of us could ever expect it. And, yes, I'm secluded in an area where we may not be affected by it. The bigger cities are going to be the ones that are going to be hit and taken down. How many people are falling for the trap? This is a setup. This is a trap. And everyone better realize this. They're setting it up for people to lose their minds, to go out and start doing stupid shit, doing stupid things that they would normally never do in a million years. How many people are going to fall for the setup? A lot.
Well, a certain amount of that, Pat, of people losing their minds and doing goofy stuff is the stuff that's going to save people like us, because while the militarized police are busy trying to corral those individuals, they're leaving people like us alone, because we've seen it coming and we're not going to be losing our minds about it. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what it takes, for some of us to be able to survive, is that some have to be sacrificed because of their ignorance and stupidity, that they haven't paid attention and gotten themselves prepared.
I'm just saying, it's just my opinion. It's what I'm feeling today. And it's not just today. My feelings are starting to go downhill. And I'm not going to lie to you, my feelings are going downhill. I used to be upbeat, trying to be positive about things. And I can't bring myself to be positive right now.
Well, in my opinion, where you have to be positive is you have to be positive you're going to survive this. You have to be positive that you're going to try to bring your family through this. You have to be positive in your own faith, but you can't be positive about your government. You can't be positive about the people that don't want to be woke up. You can't be positive about everything coming out of this smelling like a bed of roses, because it's not going to happen.
No, that's I'm going to take care of my family. That is the utmost foremost. My grandkids, my daughters, till they put me in the grave, I will always be there taking care of them. I mean, I'm losing faith in every aspect of our society. I've lost faith in the church. I've lost faith in the Bible. And it's not that I'm going to sit back and tell you, oh, you're wrong for having faith. You're wrong. I won't do that. I will not do that. This is just me. This is where I'm at right now. So if that's what you're looking for, I can't do that. I won't. I won't condemn anybody for what their faith or their belief is. I won't do it. It's just where I'm at right now. And what I'm seeing around me, what I'm seeing on the internet, it's disheartening. And that's why I'm to the point now where I just don't care anymore. You know, people want to focus on the material things. They want to focus on, you know, the bullshit that's going on instead of looking at the bigger picture. I'm not perfect and I'm not right. I've never have been. I never said I was. This is just how I'm feeling at this moment. Maybe in time I'll start believing and having faith again. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just where I'm at today. You know, has anybody ever sat back and really, truly, truly taken a hard look at their lives, on what they've accomplished in their lives, what they've been through, what they've done? I do it every day. Can I have done things different in my life? Hell yeah. Would I have changed my career, what I chose? No. I would do it all over again. I'm just losing faith in everything anymore. And I don't want to be negative, and I don't want people, I don't know how to say it. It's just me, okay? Yes, I'm putting the wall back up. I'm not letting people get close to me. And everybody's tried to get me to break that. My kids have tried, my wife has tried. But I can't find myself to do it now. I have to put the wall up. I have to take care of my own. I can't worry about other people anymore. And I hate that. I hate that feeling. I hate not being there to try to help somebody. But I'm to the point now where I can't. I gotta focus my attention on my daughter right now. I have to focus my attention on my grandkids right now. And that's where my focus is going to be, on them, making sure they're going to get through this. Now, I don't know what we're going to do, if we're going to probably try to get them to come out here and stay with us while he's gone. I don't know, Brenda. It's just, I can't explain where I'm at right now, where my thinking and what I'm feeling. I can't even tell my wife how I'm feeling right now. And I'm to the point now where I am scared to death. then I'm going to snap and I'm going to say a lot of shit that I know will come back to haunt me and that I'm going to regret. That's why the past 2 nights I just walk away. I don't want to hear shows. I don't want to hear anything. I try to block things out. I like to have fun. I like to sit there and have fun with people, you know, crack jokes and stuff to draw the attention away from me because I don't want to be thinking about stuff. I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm lost. I'm just lost right now. Maybe I'll get it back. Get my mojo back. I don't know. No, I don't mean to be sour grapes to anybody, but that's just where I'm at right now today.
Well, there's a lot going on in your personal life with your son-in-law and your family, and you know the whole the whole deal with the government and everything that's going on is just overwhelming. So nobody can fault you for what you're going through personally. You have your own path that you need to walk and you need to deal with, just as everybody else has. So whatever it is that you need to do for your own personal sanity and your own survival is what you have to do.
I agree. But you know what? It's another day. I'm just going to have to tighten up the bootstraps and move on, I guess. But told my wife I got to go back to the old days of the way I used to be. And she's telling me, no, 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 you don't go back there yet. Where I wouldn't talk to anybody. I wouldn't say a word to nobody. But anyway, let's just move on. Enough about me where I'm at right now. I didn't mean to be doom and gloom today, people. I apologize. I want to thank all of you for coming, supporting Brenda and me. I want to thank Link, Essential, Mike, Black Wolf, the only ones I've seen in here, and Jay was in here. I want to thank you. Believe, I want to thank you too. Hope everybody has a good Thursday afternoon, and hope to be back here tomorrow. Wish you all the best. Brenda, take us away.
All right. Well, I'm glad everybody was able to join us there in the chat room today, and thank everybody that watches this after the show goes off, because I know there's a lot of people at work or have other things that they do or on different time schedule or whatever, so they watch us a little later in the day. So I'll thank them as well. And hopefully, we'll have something a little bit brighter tomorrow to report to you. We'll always keep looking for something good news, but there's not much of it out there to try to dig up. But we always keep the faith that tomorrow will be a better day. And in the meantime, get your determination that you're going to make it, and get your survival skills up, get your preparedness going, that you keep a little food in the cupboard and a little water set up so that you have something to fall back on when the times get bad. Prepare yourself as much as you possibly can. And with that, Pat, I'll let you cut out the lights.